Okay, back at it. Got 2 push rods. There's the important one. Where's the other one? Go down on that. Number 4. Sportsters take 4. Now these don't always come in from both directions, so I like putting them in there as soon as possible so I don't forget. So you take a big wad of grease. Get a good wad going in there. This one likes to jam up in there sometimes, so you gotta make sure it goes in. So you don't want to go in. Could be a problem. There it goes. Did you see it go in?
Mm-hmm.
If you got a big hammer and jamming in there, you might break it, so best not to do that. Make sure you got a good layer of grease, because it takes a long time before oil gets in there. Get it through the seal. It's in there. Ew, full of grease. It's a greasy job putting these bikes together.
Yeah.
This we put in later. Okay, this you put straight up and down like that. Okay, here's your plates. What kind of plates was this?
Those are wet.
Wet what?
Clutches.
Oh. Kevlar.
Oh.
Barnett Kevlar. Extra plate. You see it takes 4 and 4. 4 and 4, that's 8. Stock is 6.
Yeah.
Stock wet is 7. The extra plate is 8. See how that works?
Mm-hmm.
Now when you do that, it requires a special thin plate. Instead of that big thick stock one, it's about that thick.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta use this one. So this one goes in first, and the titty like this comes out. So this is your backing plate. Now your basket didn't like having plates going, remember? We had to file that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to individually file every one of these damn things till it would work. Okay, once you got that in there, if you put that in there, it chews up the plate. So you have to put one of these in there first. Now if you look through this whole stack, you might find the one that was like that. Doesn't really matter, but I'm thinking maybe that one. Does that look like the one? Yeah, we'll put it back that way. Okay. See how those are tight?
Mm-hmm.
We fixed most of it already. Okay, once they're in there, they're loose, see? Very important. Gotta be loose. Out here don't matter, in there it does. Then you put a fiber, and you put another steel. Now, a lot of times I'll stagger these things, but I don't remember where the other one was at. Close enough. So make sure the steels are float, make sure these float. Nice and loose. If they're not loose, you go in there and file all this stuff. A lot of those red plates, the material wire gets up inside the dog face here, and they bind up, so you're going to cut them. File them down. More work. These ones always fit. We're running out of room. Do you notice that?
Mm-hmm. Good thing.
Notice I kind of stagger these a little bit as I put them in. This one don't want to go on. Now you don't want to bend the thing, you want to push it unevenly. If you bend the plate, you get to replace it, because then it's no good. It'll drag really heavy if you do that. So you only push right here on the edge, not out here on the top. I'm running out of plates. You're missing a plate. Where's the other one? Must be this one. It's our pressure plate. You notice how we ground it semi-flat?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't very flat. Okay, put that straight up and down. See a little doggy? Gotta make sure it sticks up too. See a little extra grease and shit there? Put that over on the outside. Okay, now, I have to get down here to see this. We have to find a spot where these here line up in the middle of the holes. Damn, I lucked out the first shot. See, it's almost dead center, just slightly off. Yeah, it is a little bit off. If it's not on the money, these things would be dragging real heavy. See how this doesn't want to go in there? It's too far off. So you gotta take this out, move it one. Go try it again. See how it's a little better? Okay, see how that goes in now? So we got the right spot. But now our dog is wrong. See? So we gotta move the dog. Now, if that is not inside of here, when you adjust your clutch, when it slips down in the correct spot, your clutch will be really out of whack. And you'll think something broke. Now we take this one out here that we left out earlier. We'll put a little bit of this stuff here on. What's this stuff? Remember?
Yeah.
It's
Magic grease.
Ointment. It's ointment. Pack it in there. Can't get too much in there. Okay, so now you come out here. And you can actually look through there and see the little dog sticking through there. You have to look at from the top. See, it's in there. So you just want to make sure it's in there. Okay, and you put all these springy cups in there. These are heavy duty Barnett springs, which like to break the worms. Where's your worm at?
It is over there. Should be. Oh, it's in here. Reinforced.
See what the reinforced worm looks like?
Yeah.
Somebody did a lot of work there. Who was that? So
Had to be.
we had to redo this after it disintegrated itself. So instead of buying a new one, it would be just the same piece of crap. I went in and brazed it all up, made it all one piece. And so now it doesn't bend as much when you have these heavy springs around it. It's gooey though. Okay. So we got spring cups. Stick them all together. Get these bind up, and you got to readjust it until they don't bind no more. If they bind up, the clutch doesn't work very well. It makes it bind. Now these have small holes and big holes. It doesn't matter which way it goes in. But it does matter which nut you use where. The tower nut goes in the big hole. It don't fit with the squat in that small hole, see? So you need a tower nut, and that allows you to push it in and grab it. Now with the stock spring, you don't have this problem with these heavy duties you do. So you gotta push it down and get a couple threads in there. You go and get the next one. Get a couple turns on it. There's our flat nut, tower nut, flat nut. Where's your other flat nut? You used on your oil pump, did you? These nuts have these grooves right here cut in them, and they go in these grooves right here so it doesn't rotate. Keeps them locked on. I'm missing one. They were all there before. Oh well. Let's get back to that. Okay, you screw these all down a little bit at a time. Go down a couple turns at a time, works good. Eventually the stud will fall through here for the smallness of the one. It's going to pop through. Where's that one wrist? Okay, now you can put the short nuts on there. All two of them.
Okay. It's not. You mean this one?
Yeah. Is that the one you were hiding from me there in the box?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. See, that's not the stock nut. That is a homemade nut.
Nice.
That didn't look right. Did you make that one?
Yeah.
Now these can come in and help take up some of the load over here. Okay, what do you adjust these to?
The right number?
The right number, which is? What is the right number?
Blurry camera lens.
Blurry camera lens. Let me put my finger right in front of that help. If you take up less zoom, it works a lot better. Ooh, look at that light. You can really see it now. How about if I do that?
There we go.
Yeah, well, that's not the right number though.
Oh.
3/16 is your maximum number for this application. On a stock mode, you can only use it a 1/4 inch out because you have these are real heavy springs. But now this is a hot rod motor, so we're going to put them in a little bit deeper. We're going to put them all the way down at 3/16. So you just go across and do all of them. That one looks pretty good right there. You go to the other socket. Now you can measure from the inside of the cup or the top of the cup. You want to be measuring from the top. Whatever you do, do it the same on all of them and it'll work a lot better. This one looks too low. Oh yeah. Somebody put that in there way too deep. Did you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Alright, 3/16. Okay, they should all be good, but let's go check them. Okay. So that's how you rough them in. Now after we get this thing all put together in the bike, we can go ahead and work this clutch. And we adjust these nuts until this pressure plate comes out evenly. So these will start jacking back and forth until this comes out evenly. Right now we can't check it because there's no way of working the clutch. So you can't put this side together until this gets done. Okay, so last thing to do over here is we got to do something about this really loose chain you got right here. What's up with that?
Probably a shoe.
Okay, so we need to do that. We need to get some nice strong washers under here. See the nice strong washers already bending. Flip it over and bend it some more. Okay, I like putting these on with Loctite. This red here is like blue. It's plugged up again. It likes to plug up. See the plug? Not plugged now. Yeah, replugged. There it goes. Got way too much on there now. Look at that. So reuse it over here. Okay, so put those on there. Different zip gun. Yeah. Okay, now on this chain, we have a lot of clearance in all this stuff. Now the motor goes this direction, so this is going to be shoved backwards like this. So you shove it up like that. You give yourself a little bit of clearance. And you put it in there. Check it. That is not a good sign. You just bent the crank. I thought these bolts were the ones we used before. Hit the flywheel. You know what that does, the flywheel?
Makes it all wobbly.
Yes, it does. So why is it hitting now? It didn't hit before. Oh, I remember why. We changed flywheels, remember? Is that donut right there on the flywheel?
Yeah.
That's where it hit. So we bent the crank. Now did it flex back? Or did it permanently fuck it up?
I don't know.
And that one's going in the bottom of the hole in there and hitting against the bottom of the hole. See, that's not the crank on that one, that's the hole. So these bolts are
Too long?
they're 1/16 of an inch too long. So I need to put a lock washer on these, move them out. But we got to decide if we bent the crank. So now you tell if you bent the crank. Let me pull the crank cover off. It's not bent enough, I noticed, but it's bent. It might be bent. Alright, let me get a couple lock washers here and we'll check the crank.
Okay.